Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. It is so cold, so snowy outside. I just got back inside. I went out to the barn to let the horses out. Usually while they're eating, I'll come home and do a few things, and especially tonight, it was so cold that I just kept them in the barn a little bit longer. So I did a bunch of cleaning. I have laundry going in the background. If you can hear a noise, that's what that is. But I am finally ready to start getting ready for bed. It is 8:30, so it's still super early, but just with the time change, it gets dark so early and I'm ready to kind of wind down for the night. As you guys know, I went to Maryland for Thanksgiving and I drove up yesterday. Today's Tuesday, so I also feel like I'm catching up a little bit just from traveling and being gone, and I just cleaned my room, unpacked my suitcase, so everything's kind of getting taken care of. I went grocery shopping today. I went to Trader Joe's and got a few things. So before I go and do my skincare and everything, I think I'm gonna make myself a tea and try to warm up a little bit. I'm gonna make a lemon fog, which is honestly the best nighttime drink if you want something warm but not too sweet. So a London fog is just Earl Grey tea, which is what I have in here. I use the Earl Grey tea from Trader Joe's, and then it always has vanilla and cinnamon. I'm gonna not do the cinnamon tonight and just go for vanilla. Instead of using honey to sweeten it, I just picked this up from Trader Joe's today. This is the vanilla bean bourbon syrup. I thought it looked so good. It was with their coffee section, and I think it's a holiday special, but I have made like vanilla syrups in the past, and just like they're pretty easy, but I never do anything as special as like a bourbon vanilla, and so I picked this up. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. I don't know how sweet it is. And then on top of the vanilla, you do a little bit of steamed milk. So I just frothed some milk. I like my London fogs to be a little bit frothier, almost like a cappuccino. And then you have a London fog. I just washed my face. I've talked about this in one other vlog, I think now, but I don't know if my skin has changed drastically because of pregnancy or because of this one thing, but I'm gonna claim that it's this, because the first trimester of my pregnancy, I felt like I had a really problematic skin, and I broke out in really like crazy big breakouts and not like small texture, which is what I find I struggle with the most with my skin. And I started using this. This is the Bio Oil skincare. I bought it for a belly oil, and I just started using it once I kind of found that my stomach was growing a little bit, and I started using it on my skin just randomly, honestly, and I have seen such a transformation in my skin. I've never been so impressed with a product as I am with this. I really like it both for kind of a belly oil, but then also as a face oil. So I wanted to mention that I use it every single night for my skincare, and I also use it to oil my belly and like chest area as well. And then I also just apply whatever's left to my neck and like collarbone area, just to get the oil off my hands, but I don't want it to go to waste. But I apply really generously. Like, I like to have like a greasy looking face once I'm done applying it. I just feel like there's more likelihood that some of it's gonna soak in, because especially if I go to bed right after this or whatever, I feel like sometimes a little bit rubs off, so I like to apply it quite a bit. In high school, I definitely would have labeled my skin as oily, and I think that's just a lot of teenagers, as like their skin is going through like all the hormonal breakouts. I had such oily skin, especially in my T-zone, and I really struggled with just, yeah, normal teenager skin and hormonal breakouts. And then I felt like my skin really cleared up pretty beautifully. Like, I almost had no texture on my skin as a senior in high school, which was wonderful. But then, and then also into my freshman year of college, and then I broke out really, really badly from sophomore year on in college, and I think part of that was hormonal changes, and then I think I had black mold in one of my apartments. Ever since my sophomore year, it has always been a struggle for me, and so I've always been the most insecure about my skin. Honestly, over the years, I've just come to accept that it's probably going to be just more of a issue for me, and that I probably won't be able to just like get rid of it. I don't know, it's just been kind of like more of an acceptance journey than it has been like a healing journey. I have tried literally everything. I could make a whole video on my skin of every treatment I've tried, every dermatologist recommended product. I've gone to a dermatologist and gotten prescribed multiple medications that never worked. I've been through the ringer with it. I've done food sensitivity tests and it's just never really evened out. I really do think a lot of it is hormonal. So my skin clearing up might really be a pregnancy thing. I'm kind of hoping that it like sets my body straight even after I give birth. One last thing I'm gonna do before heading to bed is I'm going to do a little bit of red light therapy on my skin as well. This is the Omnilux mask and my mother-in-law brought it over one day and was like, you should try this and see how you like it. So I've been using it off and on, but I want to get a little bit more regular with it and just see if I can tell any crazy difference in my skin, especially with everything I just was talking about. So if anything, it's just like a fun thing to do. Good morning, you guys, and happy Thursday. It is so cold outside, but it is beautiful. This is really the first day where the sun has been out and it just looks incredible with the snow. I opened all my windows this morning and was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This weather is just so much better when it's not gloomy outside because then it's like, oh, I could go outside and feel kind of warm because of the sun. So this morning I'm running a few errands. I'm gonna go by a hardware store and pick up some paint because I have a new house project that I'm motivated to start. And then I'm also gonna run to our local thrift store and then maybe get a coffee while I'm out as well. The project that I'm getting this paint for is our bathroom. I know I've talked about it in bits and pieces and I really don't film very often in our bathroom because it's unfinished and the lighting isn't great, but hopefully within the next month things will change. I'm gonna paint it today, or at least start the painting process. Yesterday I went through and removed all of the baseboards around the edges of the walls because we are going to be tiling in the bathroom. Right now it's like a linoleum, so we're gonna be ripping out the floor, putting tile in. I ordered a vanity yesterday and then I'm kind of looking online for decorative pieces and mirrors and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at the thrift store, just to see if they have anything. Plus I want to look at their clothes. I've kind of gotten to a point where I get dressed every morning and now I really don't know what to wear. I'm wearing my rag & bone jeans right now because they're like they're not the sweatpant material ones, but they're like that material but jean form, so they're super soft and kind of a stretchy jean. And if I don't wash them, then they get really stretched out, and I kind of hated that whenever I first got them because they fit me like a glove when I put them on in the store, and then when I got them home and wore them a few times, they like stretched, I want to say like up to 2 sizes. And so now I'm really excited about that fact because I'll just be able to wear them hopefully a little bit longer my pregnancy, but I still had to put a little hair tie through the buttonhole, and so those aren't even fitting me. So I'm kind of just like on the lookout for a few things. We don't really have a ton of stores around us for me to go in and like look at anything, so I'm just doing the best with what I have and kind of see what they have. I'm not expecting a whole lot. I didn't really talk about this in my last vlog, but I did get a new car. We traded in the Jeep for a Chevy Equinox and we love it. Caleb rents a car every time he comes home for the weekend because he comes from the airport and drives like 2 hours home, and so he just rents a car because he has his work vehicle down in Virginia where he's working, and he would always get Chevy Equinoxes. We just really liked them. They're really easy. I've driven them before. I've taken them on trips, and so we just knew this was kind of the perfect step up mom car for us. The Jeep was just not an option anymore. It was breaking down, it was not safe, and just like for having a baby, we wanted something a lot more reliable. And so Caleb made it his mission to go and find a car, and he literally went on one Saturday and brought it home the same day. So we're so excited about it, and it just feels so nice. It's still like surreal that this is my car, but I'm so excited. And what's really crazy to think about is that we're gonna bring home our baby in this car, and it just makes me so excited. It's like one step closer to feeling more and more real. Dad, do you have any holiday drinks right now?
Yes, we do. So we have...
I'll get the Holiday Bliss hot, please. Thanks so much, appreciate it. I just bought this cedar balsam room spray and it is so good. It smells so holiday without being like overpowering. It just smells like a Christmas tree to me and I love it. I have the same candle downstairs, the same scent, and I like this stuff so much. I also have one from Target, this Pampas room spray, but I just like having a holiday one. I smelled it and I was like, I have to get this. It is so good and I just like spritzing it in different rooms too, and I feel like it just gives such a fresh scent. Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. I have just been running around all morning doing so many things. I just got dressed and ready for the day. I put in just some loose curls throughout my hair. I didn't curl every piece, but I'm gonna be wearing a hat kind of on and off today because I'm sure I'll be outside with Caleb. I didn't want to do anything super crazy. And I just did a little bit of light makeup as well. Caleb's home from his work week. It's Friday and he's taking today off, which I'm so excited about because we really only get like a full day together on Saturdays if he works the full work week because he goes back on Sundays. So it's really nice when he's able to take off on Friday and just kind of hang out here. I know he needs it and it's just so fun for us. So we did pancakes for breakfast this morning. I made coffee. We just hung out here a little bit and now he's outside doing some stuff around the farm. We have someone in and out of our house working on our water system. We're on a well system on the farm and so sometimes things get a little wonky. So right now our water tastes extra minerally, but hopefully that will get fixed by the end of today. I'm gonna go outside. I need to get a few packages from our package boxes, which are just like a little bit of a walk because I have to go to the end of our road. And then we're gonna get our Christmas tree either today or tomorrow. I hope today. But then Caleb and I also have errands to run uptown, so we're gonna go uptown and just do a few things while we're there, probably Costco, Target, and then he has to go by the dealership where we got our car to sign some extra papers. This is the outfit. I have my hunter boots on and a sweater with just a little white t-shirt on underneath. And then this is my lined Wrangler's coat, which is really oversized, but it's nice for the winter time because I really can put a lot of layers on underneath this. And then this hat, I think it's a European brand. We got it whenever we were in Switzerland because we realized that it was gonna be so much colder than we had packed for when we went from France to Switzerland, but I absolutely love it. To me, it's like the perfect knit and chunkiness, but I really, really like the color. So I'm really happy that I picked it up. And then I'll grab my scarf and put a scarf on over all of this. I feel like when Caleb and I lived in California, I really kind of honed my personal style a little bit more, even though it's changed slightly since moving back to the farm, just because of the culture and climate and things like that. But I will say my winter, at least my winter wardrobe, I feel like is not fully built up because a lot of my winter things have transferred over from college, and I feel like my style has changed a lot from college days, not completely, but just like a lot of pieces that I had, I don't really gravitate towards anymore. And so I don't really know if this winter is like where I'm really gathering all of the cutest like capsule wardrobe winter things, but I definitely kind of always am like, I have a hard time coming up with cute and functional things because like a lot of the farm wear that we have here is super functional. Like it's so easy for me to throw on one of Caleb's coats or a pair of leggings or whatever. And maybe that is just winter wear in general, but I feel like I lack a little bit when it comes to like bibs and things like that. And I want to get like cute things that I can just wear every single year. Like I would love some insulated either Levi's or Carhartt bibs, things like that, that it's just gonna take a minute to slowly gather pieces that I really like, but that's kind of a rant for a different day. It's also hard whenever you're doing farm work and wanting to stay warm because you don't want to wear super nice things to do a bunch of chores. But at the same time, I do want to like what I'm wearing and not just put on junk. So anyways, it's like a longer conversation for a different time, but I just think about that a lot when I'm trying to dress functionally, but then also cute and like what I have on and not feel like an absolute bum. Craziness.
because they're...
Mama, she's so cute. We had a new calf born, so we're gonna try to blanket it because it's so little and just cold.
Afraid, Jake. I'm terrified. It senses Jake's fear.
You gonna warm them a little bit?
Okay, you guys, it's official. We're getting our Christmas tree.
What kind of tree are you looking for? What about that one?
No.
We'd have to let it de-thaw. I don't think we could go a lot taller than this.
Ooh, I really like the needles. Yay! I'm so happy. Finally, we just got back and we're gonna go check on the little calf that was born a few days ago. Caleb put a blanket on it. We're gonna see how it's doing. Look at that. Have we seen him drink yet?
I did earlier.
So, an update on the calf is it has scours, which just means it has really runny poop, and it's not a good sign for calves. We think this calf was born 2 days ago. Maybe this is its 3rd day alive. Caleb saw it drinking milk, but it's obviously not doing well, and there's no way it's gonna survive through the night. So we're gonna take it from its mom, put it in the barn, and then I'll just bottle feed it. So I'm on the way to our local feed store, and I'm gonna get some replacement milk and electrolytes for the little guy. I actually don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I think it's a boy. And we'll go from there, but I have quite the undertaking if we're gonna bottle feed a calf, because Caleb was saying you bottle feed it for like 6 to 8 weeks. So this little guy is gonna be with me for quite a while, and I just am praying that he'll make it and that he will take this bottle. So there's only so much you can do, but it's not fair to just let him sit out in the cold and fend for himself when we have everything for him. It just takes time. So we're back. We're about to go move the calf. And Caleb gave it a pretty sad prognosis.
I give it like a 20% chance of...
All right, Mom, it's okay.
Oh, it just smells terrible. See all this liquid? Just losing.
I want this little guy to survive so bad. Oh, you set it up so nice in here. Oh, he has some warmth. Oh, it should bring so much. Oh, I need to... I really want him to live. Is it a girl or a boy?
Boy.